that's gonna fall. That's gonna fall. Hey, what's up, dreamers? I'm Zeke. Welcome to the Dream Green Show. If you've been bullish on AMD, you guys know that, hey, this pullback has been pulling back for quite some time now, and it's been at some very good buy levels that I've been showing you guys on this channel. Now, in the last video, I showed you guys that I'm going to be selling put options on AMD to hopefully buy it at a cheaper price, and now I got assigned 100 shares. Let me show you guys. A lot of people not going to show you this, right? I'm going to show you guys exactly what to do once you get assigned those 100 shares inside of the wheel strategy. They only show you the first step of the wheel strategy. I'm about to show you guys the second step, and not only that I'm going to show you the first and second step, I'm going to show you an even cheaper way to sell covered calls on AMD if you're really bullish on AMD and think that it's going to recover. It's called the poor man's covered call. I'm going to show you that in this video. So go ahead and hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any future videos. And go ahead and subscribe to my second channel, Dream Green Conversations, over there. You know, I'm gonna launch that in January, so you guys go ahead and subscribe to that channel. It's gonna be a lot of great content over there as well. But this is AMD. Over the last 3 months, you guys can see that they're down 23%. And this is a computer chip company, make GPUs, make CPUs inside the AI sector. And their CEO is quite amazing. I love their CEO. She's been growing this company billions of dollars every single year. She knows what she's doing. So I'm a big believer in AMD, and seeing that it is on sale right now. AMD is falling back because Nvidia has been kicking AMD behind. But as long as AMD can kind of stay not even close to Nvidia, but just kind of not even keep up, but just stay in the shadow of Nvidia, we're gonna make a lot of money from AMD. But let me show you guys what happened when you get assigned 100 shares from selling a put option. And if you guys do want to learn how to sell cover calls, cash your kid puts, poor man cover calls, all of that, I'm gonna leave a link to Patreon down in the description. The Patreon take to my Discord. Over there I got like 3 tutorials in there over selling options versus buying options. We're selling options for premiums every single week or every single month, and it's almost passive at this point. We're making so much money over there. And I also post my trades in there, and we also have 3 other pro day traders. They're day traders, and they post their option trades every single day, and people over there are killing it just from copying their trades. So if you want to be a part of a community of investors, I know you do because you're watching this video, go ahead and check out the Patreon. That link is going to be down in the pinned comment section. But as you guys can see right here, I'm super bullish on AMD. I had sold a put option right here on 1220, and they paid me $115 in premium to buy it. And AMD did fall below the $122 price point. I told the Discord, I'm not rolling AMD down and out. I want those 100 shares. My thing, I'm going to be buying AMD as long as it's under $130. I'm going to be buying AMD every single week. Now, I did get those 100 shares of AMD, and I could kind of offset that price and make even more money by selling covered calls on AMD. And that is the second leg of the wheel strategy. So as you guys can see, I did also pick up 2 more shares of Nvidia at $127.37. So like I said, I'm bullish on AMD. And then 120. So we did get assigned our 100 shares of AMD at $119 of AMD. Before you start to sell covered calls only, you guys do kind of want to do a technical analysis and make sure that the rest of the market and analysis do see that AMD will recover kind of soon. So before I show you guys the charts like this, let's go ahead and dive back into what the analysts think. All right, so here we are on Moomoo. That link is going to be down in the description. You can sign up with Moomoo just from using that platform. They're giving you 15 free stocks using that platform. That thing is going to fall, I'm telling you. All right, so we're going to click on company right here, and then we're going to scroll down to the analyst ratings. Right now, they're giving it a strong buy with a price target of $184. And then Morningstar Research, the most critical of them all, they're giving it a 4-star with a fair value of $160. And if we look at the analyst ratings, they're giving it a high over the next 12 months. Morgan Stanley, Financials, Barclays, they're giving it. All right, so they add them all up. They're giving it a high target over the next 12 months. $220, a medium target of $184, and the low target of $104. So even of all those targets, it's still above $130. My buy range that I'm going to continue to purchase AMD as long as it's under $130. Now, if we take a look at AMD, before I show you guys how to do the second step of the real strategy and then also the poor man's covered call, you have to do a market analysis on AMD, a technical analysis on AMD. And this has been AMD pulling back for quite some time now. If we turn off the Bollinger Bands right here, you guys can see clearly that this was a support zone. It broke through that right here, and then came back to this next support zone that I showed you guys in the last video, and it broke below there. And we also had the third support zone right here. So the support zone that it comes to, once it comes down to $117, $115, $110, I'm going to be selling more puts on AMD to pick up more shares of AMD at an even cheaper price. So right now, I do feel like I'm getting it at a fair value. If it do pull back, remember, the name of the game is to buy low and sell high. I'm still profitable on AMD because I've been buying AMD for quite some time now. I've been buying AMD since for quite some time. So if we come back over here to right here, you guys can still see I'm up 1,000% on AMD. My average cost is $112.43. It's a lot lower than that actually, because I've been selling covered calls, cash secured puts, and I've been buying and selling AMD for years upon years, and it's finally back to a good buy zone down here. Now, if you come back to this buy zone, I have a great risk to reward, right? I would rather buy down here than to buy way up here, and that's why I've been patient on, because if I do have a small risk to reward, let's say if I was to buy AMD, have a short stop loss of around $105, and then ride it back up to its old recent high right here, that is a 8-to-1 risk to reward ratio, and that is a lot better. Even when it was right here, that is a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio. And you always want your risk to rewards, you always want your reward to outweigh your risk when you're investing. So now that you got that in there, that your risk to reward check, now you do your support levels. We got a support level around $116 to $113. If it pulls all the way back, we'll reassess, we'll look at the news. If everything's going as planned, we'll sell some more cash secured puts. But now that we sold our cash secured puts and now we have 100 shares, the next thing that you guys want to do is come over to Robinhood, and then you want to hit sell call. We're not buying calls, we're selling calls, because we have 100 shares, and then we're going to sell it. We bought it at $122. So if you want to do weeklies, you could sell it at $122. But I'm bullish. I want to keep my shares. All right. Usually when you do the wheel strategy, you're in, you're out, you're in, you're out. That's the wheel strategy. But I'm bullish on AMD and I want to hold on to my shares. So I wouldn't just sell it at 122. I'll probably look for a higher price point so I can make a little bit more money than that. So we could go out a month. Let's go out 30 days, 33 days. And we could look at the $125 price point right here. And we give me $415 in premium immediately to my account. So I will make $415 in premium. And if we bought it at 122, if it comes all the way up to 125, that's a $300 difference. So if we come over to my calculator, we're making 415 divided by what we bought it for 1,200. So we bought it for 122. So that's $12,200. That is 3.4% in a month. But we got to add on that extra $300 to it. So if we was to add another $300 to the 415, so it's 415 plus $300, because we bought it at 122, we selling it at 125. That is $715, and we divide that by that is 5.8% in a month. And if we multiply that by 12 months, just from selling covered calls on AMD, the wheel strategy, we can make 70% in a year. So even if we're not right and AMD do not go on the bull run, let's say AMD is at $125 by the end of the next 12 months, we could still make 70% profit on AMD just from selling covered calls on AMD. And I know you guys are saying that is a lot of money. That is a lot of money. I don't have $12,200 to even sell a cash secured put on AMD. Well, let me show you guys the poor man covered calls. And let me show you. Take out your pen, take out your notepads, take out your pencil, and join the Patreon. Did I say join the Patreon already? Join the Patreon. I explained that. I got tutorial videos in there, all that good stuff. Now, if you want to sell covered calls, if you do want to sell a poor man covered calls, first we're gonna be buying calls. So let's unclick this. We're gonna be buying calls a year out. We're gonna be buying a leap. So we're gonna go out a year, and we're gonna be buying a leap 365 days. Let's click this one right here. So as you guys can see, I already have a leap. This leap is going to cost me around $3,000. All right. The delta is supposed to be 0.7. It was around 0.7 when I bought it. You could look for a delta between 0.7 and 0.8. I mean, every dollar that AMD goes up, yours go up 80 cents or 70 cents, and you can make a lot of money that way. So I bought the 110 strike price in the money AMD called Leap, and it's going to cost me $3,000 to buy this Leap. So once you buy this Leap, options is for 100 shares, right? And now that you have the option to buy 100 shares, you can sell covered calls on your Leap option. So if we come back here and then we could go all the way back, let's say we bought this one, it's going to cost $3,000. This is a $3,000 Leap. Now we could come all the way back to us being out a month right there. And then we're going to sell calls on our Leap option, and we could pick any of them, right? We could pick any of them. Let's go up to $130. This one's going to be $270. So we bought it for $3,000, and we're going to make $270 a month. So if we come over to my calculator, hit clear, we're going to make $270 a month, and it costs us $3,000. That is 9% a month. And if we multiply that by 12, you guys can make 108% selling covered calls, a poor man's covered call on AMD, just from doing a poor man covered call on AMD, if you do not have the capital of $12,000 to sell a regular cash secure put on AMD. Now the difference is in the wheel strategy in selling cash secure puts versus selling poor man's covered call is that if the wheel strategy, if AMD is at $125, $130 by the end of the year, I'm going to make a lot of money selling cash secure puts, covered calls, and I'm still going to own those 100 shares from selling puts on AMD. So even if AMD trades sideways for an entire year, I'm going to make money. Now with poor man covered calls, if AMD trades sideways for an entire year or goes up just a little bit, let's say it goes up, let's say it's at $120 right now and it only goes up to $124, you're going to lose pretty much everything on your Leap option, that $3,000. So you have to try your best to make that up with your covered calls. You will have to try your best to try to make as much as you can back with your covered calls. So when you're doing poor man covered calls, you need the stock to rebound and to continue to go up. If you're doing poor man covered calls, if you're doing regular cash secure puts on the wheel, you just collect premium every single week. As long as the stock has not crashed to the ends of the earth, then you're still gonna make money. So that's my plan on AMD. Finally give you guys the second step, the second leg on what to do. If you guys still need a tutorial on that, I'm gonna leave a link to Patreon down in the description, a link to Patreon down in the pinned comment section. I'll go into detail over there, and it's best to go ahead and do that right now, because I'm telling you guys, in January, yesterday's price ain't today's price. Take advantage of that right now. I'm telling you right now, you're gonna be pissed. You're going to be pissed right now. For $12, you can go over there, watch all the course, attend everything, because in January, yesterday's price ain't today's price. So take advantage of that right now. But if you made it to the end of this video, go ahead, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel, because that helps this channel out more than you guys could possibly even imagine. Let me know, do you just only buy options down in the description, or have you started to sell options on some lower stocks, maybe some higher stocks, to collect premiums that's way better than dividends? Let me know, have you ever heard of the wheel strategy before? I can't wait to see how many people have been already doing the wheel strategy or haven't heard of the wheel strategy at all. Let me know down in the comment section. But yeah, guys, other than that, I'm Zeke, bringing you the Dream Green Show. I'm out. Peace.